Hey folks, Mr. Lloyd here, going to work with you on this video for this page. It says 7-2 class activity, and this is the second page of our work today, and we were supposed to convert measurements here. This is a feet and inches paper to start with, and so let's get into it. Let me just take you up to the top and we'll go through. So the first thing we need to do is get this number line filled out. So we've got feet on top, inches on bottom. This should be pretty familiar to you guys by now. So 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, and so on. And of course, 1 foot is 12 inches, 2 feet is 24 inches, 3 is 36 inches, and so on and so forth. So we're just counting up by 12 here on the bottom for every set of inches. Or excuse me, every foot is 12 inches. Sometimes I get my words confused during these videos. All right. Number 5, what are the 2 unit rates? So your job is to fill in these unit rates here. So the way we determine this, the only thing we really need to focus on, because I know you guys know how many inches are in a foot by now, we just need to make sure that what we're writing on the line matches the units as it's given here. So inches per feet, there are 12 inches per feet. The way I do this is I just say it out loud to myself. Does that make sense? 12 inches per foot. So I'm reading the fraction sign as the word per. 12 inches per feet. Yes, that makes sense. And does this make sense? 1/12 feet per inches? Yeah, that does make sense. That is correct. 1/12 feet per inches. So saying it out loud helps me kind of make sense of these unit rates. Because of course, coming up with the numbers 12 and 1/12, that part's really straightforward. 1 for 12 and 12 for 1, just like that. Okay, it's just a matter of matching it up. And then we're going to use these unit rates here to solve these first couple problems here, problem 6 and 7. So let's get into it here. Problem number 6 says convert 132 inches to feet by multiplying by a unit rate. So this is where that choice, which one do I choose, comes into play here. So I'm starting with inches. My ultimate goal is for feet. So I need to select the unit rate that has feet per inches. And so what we do here, the method is really straightforward. You guys have done this before, so don't feel like this is some brand new thing. Just might look a little bit different the way it's set up on the paper, but otherwise the process is the same. We take the 132 inches, we multiply it by this unit rate. And if you'll notice, I put a slash through the unit inches here. I normally say to you guys, don't worry about units in the problem, but today's work is a little bit special. So we do want to worry about units. And the reason that we can slash these out, that means that they get to go away, and we can dismiss this, is that inches divided by inches is just 1. And we don't really need to write 1 next to 1/12 here. That would just be a whole lot of extra writing of 1. So we don't need to worry about it. We can just get rid of it. And that leaves us with feet, which is what our goal is. So 132 times 1/12 equals 132 over 12. Once we simplify that fraction, we find out it is 11. So 132 inches equals 11 feet. Not too hard. Okay, coming over to problem 7, we're turning 6.5 feet into some number of inches. So we multiply it by one of the unit rates. In this case, we're going to use 12 inches per feet because we want inches to be left over. Okay, so 6.5 times 12, feet cancels out, and we're left with inches here. So feet is canceled out. I'm left with inches, which is good. So now I have 6.5 times 12 inches. I'm going to convert 6.5 into an improper fraction. 13 halves times 12. I've just turned 12 into a fraction by putting 1 underneath. Multiply top times top and bottom times bottom. I get 156 over 2, which simplifies to 78 inches. So 6.5 feet equals 78 inches. All right. Number 8, we're doing the same thing we just did with feet and inches, but now we're looking at centimeters and meters. So we have to recall that 100 centimeter, there are 100 centimeters per meter, and there are 1/100th of a meter per centimeters. So that's our 2 unit rates there for number 8. We're going to use these unit rates to solve the rest of these problems. And I'm actually going to pause the video right here as this timer has popped up, and I'm going to finish solving these problems on the 3rd video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in just a moment.